Guys, Coach Frost here. Today, I got to sit down with up-and-coming superstar Wes Baker. Wes is going off to his freshman year in college to play baseball. We talked baseball, we talked jiu-jitsu, we talked weights, we talked sleep, we talked all kinds of good stuff. This is a fun one, guys. Hope you enjoy it. All right, here we go. Fighting out of the blue corner. Number 10 in the program last year with 10 home runs. Getting ready to head off to college and play baseball. Also blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Wes Baker. All right, man. I'm glad you're here.
Thanks for having me on.
So 10 home runs. What's it like to hit? I've never hit a home run. Like all my years, I played baseball till 7th grade, and I always wanted to hit a home run. I don't even think I did it like in practice or at the batting cages. Like, what's that feeling like when you smash one?
It's pretty electric. I mean, it feels good.
Do you know it's going out like right when you hit it?
I mean, it depends on the right, situation, the wind and everything, and if you hit the ball good enough. But
So-
whenever you hit it right,
You just know.
it's a good feeling.
You're like, bam.
yeah, you can jog down just nice and easy.
I started playing golf like a month ago. I mean, I played a little bit, like a scramble every other year for something, but like started like, putting some effort into it. And it's the same feeling. Like you smash one, you're like, oh, that was good,
Yeah, it's the same thing. You just feel that crisp, just crack of the bat.
And do you hit home runs in practice, like on the reg, like in batting practice and stuff, or how does when I say you, I'm talking about you and the general baseball group of folks. Players.
Depends on you don't want to actually. Like ideally, you're just working good swings up the middle because in game, you're just hitting a home run's almost like a mistake.
Really?
Yeah, because if you're taking the same swing, trying to hit everything up the middle, and you're just a little early, that's when you crack it. That's when you crack it. Like if you talk to a lot of MLB guys and they ask you, what's your approach? And if you just told them, I just try to hit homers, they would shake their head at you. Like ideally, you're taking that same swing, trying to hit it up the middle, and you just get lucky, and you hit the ball right, the right angle, a little early. And those are the majestic pull home runs.
So that's the majority of the players. Are there some like home run hitters, the guys that are always swinging for the fences sort of on a team? Or?
Oh, big time. And I don't know if you know who Adam Dunn is.
I've heard the name. No.
He was a great, but he had like a lower batting average, but he hit like 40 home runs every year.
Oh, okay.
He had almost 480 home runs in the big league. Like super powerful guy, and he was paid to hit home runs.
So this is going to sound bad. I sort of stopped following home runs after Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa had to stop doing the juice. Like what's happening now? Are there still some big hitters challenging that? What is it, like 48 or 50 home runs? What's the record?
I think 60.
It's up to 60, 62. Is that what those guys did? McGwire and Sosa?
They were. I think they got in upper 60s, maybe low. They were.
Oh, because they put an asterisk by it. They peeled it back after.
Yeah, when you're loading yourself up with juice.
Okay. I get it. But it sure was more exciting to watch, though. Are there guys today, though, like hitting?
Oh, big time. There's a guy named Cal Riley right now.
Okay.
Who I like to think, hopefully one day I can be similar to Cal Riley.
Yeah.
He's a catcher, switch hitting catcher.
Oh, cool.
And he's leading the big leagues. I think he has 43 home runs.
Have you ever hit a home run switch hitting?
I have. This season was the first time I've ever done it. I had a home run from the left side and the right side in one game.
No way, dude.
That was the most fun baseball game I've ever had.
Dang. So did you know it was going out with both of them?
The right-handed one the pitch was 54 miles an hour. It was like
that's pretty slow, right?
Super slow slider.
Yeah.
And I just caught it out front and just poked it out. But the left-handed one I knew was gone.
Nice. Now, were you surprised did you know you could hit it that far left-handed?
I thought I could. And I was thinking I think this one's going to go for sure.
And how often do you practice hitting left-handed?
Every day.
Every day. So you're swinging, like, how many swings would you take right-handed in a given batting practice? Like 50 or, what is it?
Depends. Depends on the day. Like if I'm just going to train like with my dad or on my own, probably 70 swings each side off the tee and front flips. And
what's a front flip?
Like where you have like a coach behind the net and he's just kind of like tossing it to you underhand or overhand.
Nice.
And you're just working on trying to hit the ball up the middle. So I'll probably take 70 swings between tee and that and then hit a little off the machine.
Okay, so now if you are not a switch hitter, is it still 70 or is it more?
It'd probably be more just because you got to balance.
You got to balance running out of gas. Yeah.
Exactly, because you only have so many swings in the tank.
And how often is switch hitting important in a baseball game?
You look at a lot of guys now and they can hit lefty on lefty, but I've tried it before and it's because I've always switch hit for as long as I've been able to play baseball. So it's weird to go lefty on lefty, but it's really helpful when there's a left-handed pitcher. It's kind of confusing, but like a left-handed pitcher is going to be like, if you're hitting lefty, it feels like it's coming around you. And then if you're hitting right-handed, it's the same thing. But when you're facing it, when the ball is almost coming into you, like it's coming across, that's when it makes it a big difference as a switch hitter. That's why switch hitters are more like considered a little more valuable.
So you go lefty on lefty or righty on righty?
No, righty on lefty, lefty on righty.
Okay, you switch it up. You're
Yes,
going
sir.
opposite. Okay, got it. And that's an advantage just because you can hit the ball better.
Yeah, you can see it better. You can see it come out of the hand better. Yes,
What
sir.
about a drag bunt? Is that still a thing?
Oh, yeah.
That was a thing when I was a kid. So you can do that left-handed too?
It's weird. Bunting left-hand has always been like a little more awkward just because I'm actually a natural righty.
Okay.
But I just get more at-bats lefty. But just it's something with my hand-eye.
So you hit left-handed more than you hit right-handed?
Just 'cause
because
it's
most
more-
of the pitchers are right-handed.
Exactly.
No way.
Yes, sir.
Dang, dude. That takes some talent, I would think.
It's fun, though. It's been a challenge. Like, my dad was like, you're gonna be a later, you're gonna develop later. And it's totally true.
Oh,
Because
just because you're practicing both sides.
Exactly. So I couldn't ever get fully comfortable left-handed because then I'd get like where I feel like confident, a little groove, and then I'd see 5 left-handed pitchers in a row, and I'd be like, "Whoa, this is weird."
Man, so you took a gamble early. How so? Since you were a little kid, you've been hitting both directions?
Exactly.
Dang, dude.
For as long as I've been playing
Wow, that's pretty cool. So you were playing the long game.
the long game, because my uncle Lance Bergman,
Uh-huh.
he was a really good switch. I mean, he's one of the better switch hitters.
He was a great switch hitter too.
Great switch hitter, and he was like, "You need to hit left-handed." And at first, it was awkward. I mean, I used to cry all the time. I got so frustrated because I was like, "I just want to hit right-handed. I feel comfortable right-handed." And he was like, "Nope." Him and my dad were like, "You're not going to do that.
Oh wow.
You're gonna consistently." And it was not fun at first. I wanted to be like, "I'm done with this. This is terrible." And I'm so glad I didn't stop because it paid off.
That's
And,
great, man.
yeah.
Can you do other things left-handed?
I write left-handed, which is like
Really?
yeah.
Since you were little, or
I've always like
Okay.
my righty, like whenever I try to write right-handed, it's not pretty.
interesting.
Yeah.
So do you consider yourself ambidextrous, sort of?
Because I can shoot a gun or anything, switch.
You can and do you have to switch eyes when you do that?
Yeah, like I can shoot right-handed and I can shoot left-handed with a rifle.
And do you change eyes when you?
Yeah, completely like a left-handed shooter and a right-handed shooter. Like I can
And
close both eyes.
that doesn't mess you up?
Not at
You've
all.
learned to adjust for it?
Sometimes I actually shoot better left. I'm a natural righty shooter. Like if I'm shooting a rifle, sometimes I'll be like, let's see if I can do it left-handed. I shoot better left-handed.
That's wild, dude.
Super.
What about like pool or darts or ping pong?
Right, all righty. Ping pong, I can get a little bit left-handed, but not like righty.
Interesting. Wow, man. Somebody should do a science experiment on you, dude. That's wild.
I don't know, something. I was born with a weird genetic or something.
And catcher. So playing catcher, does that give you an advantage as a hitter because you see so many pitches coming down the pipe? Like you're just used to being in the box in the area and just like understanding the relationship between the pitcher and the catcher. And
Oh, yeah.
do you feel like you have do catchers in general hit better maybe than people in the outfield?
I would say if it wasn't such a taxing position, it probably would be.
Yeah.
But you see a lot of catchers. Cal Riley's like probably the best hitter in the big leagues, the guy I was talking about.
Yeah.
But for the most part, catchers struggle more at the plate because of how much like demand is on a catcher.
Because they're exhausted from squatting for 9 innings?
Your legs get gassed.
Yeah.
And you just kind of get worn out back there.
The catchers don't last as long as,
No, catchers get beat up big time. But I mean, I've played a 40-game season. That's pretty like long.
So have you ever seen the movie Major League?
Oh yeah,
So what's his name? Tom, I think that was his name, the actor. Anyway, the catcher.
Yeah.
The old catcher with the bad knees. I mean, that's a real deal.
that's a real deal. So I got to work with Martin Maldonado. He
Okay.
was the Astros catcher a few years ago, and I think he's with the White Sox now.
Uh-huh.
And he walked in there, and you could tell like old man, like a little beat up, but
he's got a few miles on him, huh?
got a few miles on it. He's been playing for I think 14 years,
Yeah.
and that's like a long career for a catcher, of any big leaguer. But he's a real dude behind the plate.
Wow. Speaking of Major League, what are some of your favorite baseball movies?
Ooh, I mean Bull Durham. It's pretty aggressive movie, but it's really funny.
Okay.
And it's pretty accurate on how baseball is. Just
Okay.
like you're on the road with the fellas all the time.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have a good road game.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And they're on the road constantly, playing, getting tired, beat up. But it's just that's how I've never played minor league baseball, but
right.
You play, in the big leagues you play 162 games in a year.
Yeah.
In the minor leagues is not much less than that.
Yeah.
So it's triple of a high school season, 4 times of a high school season.
Yeah. So I assumed you did year-round ball, I'm guessing, or summer leagues?
League, spring and summer.
So you traveled a lot in those leagues, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you have I feel like I consider myself a good traveler. I do like a lot of hunting and fishing stuff where I'm on a boat for a couple days. And so like I got like my earplugs. I got these giant noise canceling things that go over my earplugs that play white noise so I can just rack out no matter what's going on the boat, Like, do you have like a good road game that you practice? What are some road game tips that you got?
Well, a lot of times you're staying in interesting hotels and random places that.
By interesting, what do you mean?
Just, like when you go to there's a tournament in Atlanta, Georgia, and you stay in like a Motel 6.
Yeah.
Like you're not always in a nice.
So you might see something going down in the parking lot. Or...
Yeah, you might see a drug deal go down in the parking lot or fight or something. But you just gotta, like you said, just cancel things out and get your rest, because if not, you can tell the guys that get worn down after a trip because they're out late and messing around and all that. But if you take your road game seriously, get some good sleep. And I like to mouth tape. Like I tape my mouth shut every night.
I've heard about that, man. That's a new thing, right? How long have you been doing that?
Maybe a year.
Okay.
8 months, and it's been a game changer. I do it at home. I do it everywhere.
What is it called? I saw an ad for it. It was like
Mog tape, maybe.
MOG.
I just use athletic tape.
You just do the white tape?
It's black athletic tape. I just put it over.
Dude, that's funny. It was like not Hitman, like kidnap tape. I can't remember the name of it, but
hostage tape.
Hostage tape. Yeah, that's what it was. So, okay, well, tell me, what does that do? Because I love sleep conversations. So that just forces you to breathe through your nose, or what?
Breathe through your nose. I think it's supposed to slow your heart rate down, just because you have to focus more on your breathing.
Yeah.
And when I wake up in the middle of the night when I wasn't using it, my mouth would be just super dry, and I have to drink water.
Uh-huh.
Then I have to get up to go to the bathroom. So I just tape my mouth shut, wake up in the morning, drink some. I'm out.
Okay, let's nerd out on this a little bit too. So I either do a nasal strip, or I got this magnet thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
You do the magnet thing?
I haven't done it. I've had my cousins do it.
Dude, it's pretty legit. And then I'll also do a little bit of Neosporin or Aquifer or something in there too, to keep it the right the moisture in there. What, any tips like that for you? What do you do?
I've never done that.
You just do the tape.
I just
you're
do the
good
tape.
to go. And then do you do sound machine?
Big sound machine guy.
Oh yeah.
Loud white noise or
yeah.
rain. Super loud.
Yeah.
Especially in college. I was up there for the summer.
Yeah.
And my roommates, everybody's going to sleep at different times, and people are coming in and out.
Oh, dude. So how many roommates you got?
I had 3 for the summer. It was me and 3 other guys.
In one room?
In one dorm. It was like a apartment style. 4 rooms, 2 bathrooms.
So you have your own closed door, or you got it in there with somebody else?
Own closed door, and we share a bathroom.
Okay, so you can close the door, crank up the sound machine, do some earplugs, and
go to sleep.
Yes,
sir.
Rack out. All right. Yeah, the back sleeper, side sleeper, stomach sleeper?
All over the place.
Okay.
I just, wherever I get comfortable, and then I wake up right in that same spot.
And you strike me as an early morning workout guy. Is that accurate? Or?
Yes, sir.
So what time are you racking out usually?
On a weekend it's a little later, but for Sam Houston, because I'm going to Sam Houston for baseball.
Yeah.
I got to get up. Our workouts start at 5:30.
No, dude.
So I got to get up at 4:45.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, people keep talking about getting up that. I'm just like, if sleep's the best thing for you, I think you're setting yourself up for failure unless you can have a serious sleep game. And I am like a 2 a.m. go to bed guy, my whole life since I was a little kid, and even now. So I just have this knee-jerk reaction to people waking up at 4:45. I don't think I would survive. I think I'd get kicked off the team because it's so damn hard for me to go to bed before. Best case scenario is midnight for me.
Wow.
Ever. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Unless I have to take a Benadryl but then you're all goofed up from trying to take meds, and then you don't get good sleep, and the best sleep is natural sleep. So
big time.
So what time will you go to bed?
I'm gonna try to get in bed around 8:30, 9:30, somewhere between there.
In college.
This
seems like a recipe for disaster, man.
Something's gonna have to give. I don't know. But I think waking up at 4:45, 4:30 in the morning, because they say it starts at 5:30, but if you want to get out of bed and
yeah,
just roll
you got to
into
get some food in you and
food, warm
wake
up.
up. Yeah.
So, I mean, those 5:30 workouts are going to be tough because we go from workout to class.
Now, that's all semester?
I think all fall.
Damn. And okay, and then you are like, what do you do for breakfast, nutrition wise?
I mean, before those workouts, I normally will just do like a bagel with like peanut butter and honey.
Yeah.
And then go get like a big meal.
You do protein shakes at all or anything?
We get protein shakes after the work. We can have as many as we want.
They got protein shakes for you?
Oh yeah,
dude. I was on the track team at Texas Tech. This is a funny story. And my freshman year, we had a new coach, and he was like, and it's like the Big 12, you know. Yeah. I'm fired up. I'm like, this Big 12, man, you know. Yeah. D1, wow, you know. And they're like, all right, we're gonna do a big carb load on Friday. And I'm like, carb load, like sweet. I don't know what a carb load is. This is gonna be awesome. So on Friday after practice, they give us like a 20-ounce Gatorade, and I'm like, what? This is the carb load? There was just like no budget for the track team back then. And, you know, I think maybe we got like a steak or something at one point in the season. But anyway, I'm excited to hear that you get some free protein shakes.
No, they take care of us at Sam.
That's cool.
Yes, sir. What are your morning routine like? Sleep routine, everything?
Yeah, so for sure I'm trying to get 8 or 9 hours. Like, you know, when I wore the Whoop strap for a long time and got it dialed in, like my most efficient sleep. That kind of 8 to 9 hours is solid. If I can pull it off, is great. You know, I got little kids and commitments and stuff like that, so sometimes it gets a little messed up. But when I do, like when I'm training hard for something, if I don't sleep right, man, I am just hosed. And I'm at the point now where if my sleep is off and I have a big workout planned, I scratch it. Like, and that's counterintuitive. And I started doing that. The nutritionist we had on, Michael Florida, was coaching me in that a little bit. He's like, you're not going to recover. You're not going to process your food, you know, your fuel the right way at your age. Like, I'm already past the developing mental toughness sort of phase of my life. Like, I still want to stay hard as I get old, but like, I've put myself through the grinder. I've done things that I didn't want to do. You know, I got that mental toughness thing down. So now it's just like optimizing my body for performance at my age. So I bail on a workout, which seems like the opposite of like a David Goggins approach, like, no, you do it no matter what, you know? But anyway, that's been working for me. And nutrition wise, I'm like a meat and fruit guy 24/7. So I'll hit like some sausage and fruit in the morning, a big old ribeye and some fruit or sweet potato for lunch. And then usually some chicken or something like that and some fruit for dinner. And I'll eat some veggies too, but veggies you have to cook. Fruit, you can just grab an apple and or banana and hit it on the run, you know? So
yeah, that's nice.
That's kind of my go-to. And I'll eat some rice here or there if I'm like putting in a lot of work, but I try to stay away from that microwave rice. That sodium kind of jacks me up a little. But yeah, so I'm all about like meal prepping the easy way. And you can get, you know, a steak or a burger with no bun type stuff pretty much anywhere, or a lot of places, I should say. So convenience, I've learned convenience is a big part of meal prep. So come up, you know, if like you're always needing quinoa and blah, 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 you know, it's like hard to make all that stuff. So especially with you being in college, you're going to be on the run. So what do they have, like a dining hall for you guys, or?
We got a nice dining hall. We actually, I think we have 2 on campus that are like nice. You can get a lot of options.
Oh, I remember that, dude.
Stir fry, barbecue.
You just hammer that buffet, man.
Oh yeah, and you can get the like unlimited package, so you can go in there as much as you want and whenever you want. I don't know what the exact hours are, but all day, every day.
Promise you, it's not at 4:45 when you're ready to go, man.
No, I'm gonna be making my own coffee and getting a bagel before.
So you're a coffee guy too, huh?
Big coffee guy.
Okay.
For early mornings and hunting season.
There you go. So what you go to? You get cream and sugar, or you just
black?
Yeah, me too, man. I do this iced coffee. I love it.
No, it's really good. I do golden pecan. It's like there's a little more than just black coffee.
Okay.
But it's just like a natural from Bearings. And they make it, you can get it ground or beans. I just get the ground.
Look at you, man.
Yeah.
Connoisseur.
Trying.
See, your wife's beyond your years. This is what I like about you, Wes, man. You're already into the finer things in life. Coffee,
Trying.
You got the nutrition down, you got the sleep down. So you can rack out at 8:30. Like,
I mean, especially if I'm waking up at 4:45, 4:30, I'll be out by 8:30.
Are you natural? What time do you normally go to bed? Like now?
Like if I don't have anything till 9 a.m., I'll go to bed at 10:30, 11.
Okay. All right.
But I try to get 9 hours, eight, 9 hours.
And then, okay, so you guys your workouts are going to be, what are you doing at 5 in the morning? Are you pumping iron or running or playing baseball or what?
Weights, and then I think we'll do sprints and then weights and then maybe some conditioning afterwards, and then on
conditioning. Baseball players do conditioning.
Yeah, we do a lot of conditioning at Sam. A lot of running.
You guys don't have to run very far. What do you need conditioning for, man?
I mean, good shape. A lot of pitchers need more conditioning because those guys run out of steam.
Oh, okay.
But for position players, it's more about like short, explosive.
Yeah, that's what I would think. More kind of agility, hand-eye stuff, right?
Which Fairchild's really helped me a lot with.
Yeah,
running.
Our friends over at FSP.
That's right.
Cool. So the pitchers need conditioning, and then weights. Are weights a pretty big part of baseball?
I think so. Some guys. I mean, my uncle Lance. He didn't really lift weights until he got to college.
Okay.
And I mean, it helped him a ton. But some guys are too focused on weights. Like, if I can do this much, I can, be a good baseball player. It's all about performing when the lights come on. Like, you hear a lot of terms like, don't be a 5 o'clock hitter, which is like, don't want to be so like good and everything when you're not under the lights, meaning in game.
Yeah.
So I think weights are extremely important. Being explosive, being fast, being conditioned is really good, but it's all about what you do when you get on the field.
Yeah. And so do you work out on game day?
I don't know. I think we might do morning workouts on game day.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be like super taxing.
Yeah.
Because you want to be fully ready to go when you get to game time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, to maximize your explosiveness and power and all that stuff, sure, you're better off on a few days rest type thing.
Yeah.
But it's also like an element of training through the season. You weren't to peak, I guess, is there playoffs in college baseball?
Well, yeah, there's like regionals, super regionals, all that.
Okay, so you kind of went to peak towards the end of the season. But you said you have to qualify for the regionals and all that stuff, so y'all need to have a good record throughout the season?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's cool. All right, so you got the weight, and you've been approaching. One of the cool things I like about my life is I like this concept of training like an athlete, like a pro athlete. Even though I'm 45 years old, I still want to train like a pro athlete for my whole life, whether it's for jiu-jitsu or golf or mountain climbing or bicycling or whatever. Just like having a goal and training towards that goal is very fulfilling for me. And you've been doing something like that since you were like a little kid, right?
Yes, sir.
So when did you know baseball was your sport? Because you played other sports too, I imagine?
Yeah, so I started when I was younger, I played soccer, basketball, baseball, football, everything. But then, honestly, when I was in 8th grade, like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I was like, do I like baseball? Do I like football? Do I like jiu-jitsu? I didn't really know which one I liked. And 7th going into 8th grade year, I was like, this is not fun. Like, I wasn't like, switch hitting was like, I don't know if that's what had me behind. I didn't love baseball. I talked to my parents, like, I don't know if I want to play this anymore. And my dad was like, okay. Yeah. Like, you're going to do something. Yeah. So I like kept trying it out. And going into my freshman year, I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Like, I want to be a baseball player. Okay. So I played football and baseball freshman year. And I like football, but I watched my best friend. We had a practice, and we were going against all the seniors and guys going to college for football, small schools. I watched he's 5'4", like super fast, super twitchy guy. And he literally got sent like 10 feet in the air and snapped his collarbone in practice. It's like, yeah, I'd rather be a baseball player than
an injured baseball player.
Than an injured baseball player, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to play baseball. And so freshman year going through my high school career, I was like, this is what I'd love to do. And I tried to get better every year. I started on varsity as a sophomore. I got invited to some stuff freshman year, but I had a little elbow injury. Yeah. But sophomore, junior, senior year, I played. I think I missed a couple games, mainly because I got kicked out of a couple. But
would you get mouthy?
I told an umpire, I said, that's off the plate. I was like, that's off the freaking plate, Blue. Just like that. And I walked back to the dugout and he tossed me. I was like, that's a little sensitive. And then two games later, we were beating his team 11-1. And we had a JV pitcher come up and it was wet outside and the ball slipped and it hit the guy. It would have hit him in the shoulder, but he moved and hit him in the helmet. Yeah. And he started walking towards a pitcher. So I got in front of him. I was like, hey, dude, you're not going to go fight our pitcher. You're losing 11-1. Go down to first base. Yeah. And he pushed me. So I pushed him back. And the umpire was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And got in between us. And he was like, both of y'all, get out of here. So I had to miss a couple games for that.
Okay. All right. I guess that's good. Like, catchers got to be sticking up for their pitchers, right? Yeah. I mean, that's kind of part of the deal.
Big time. And my dad was like, you did everything right. That umpire shouldn't have tossed you, but it's high school baseball, Yeah. They don't want to get involved.
Yeah. Okay, so back to your routine, though, because you've been training hard? Because I know, because you got this place down the street, the box where you guys train.
Yeah.
And a few times, like on a Friday, I'll be driving down there and I look over and I see your car out there. So you're in there doing something at 7, 8 o'clock at night on a Friday night. You know, you're putting the work in. And so you've been lifting weights, physical therapy. What's your routine usually?
Well, I mean, I started lifting weights like 9 years ago with Ben.
Yeah.
So I think I was 9.
Yeah.
I started when I was 9 with Ben, and pretty consistent since then. Of course, take a week off for summer vacation, wherever.
Sure.
You're going all over the place. But just routine of trying to get 4 lifts in a week, good nutrition. My mom is like a nutritionist, nutrition coach and everything.
Your mom is a nutrition coach?
She's a nutrition coach.
Dang, that helps.
That helps a lot. She's a really good cook. She makes amazing food. She helps us with supplements, everything.
Oh, dude, you need to take her with you to college, man.
I might have to. I call her all the time, like, what do I need to do, this, and she always has an immediate answer to help me out.
I love it, dude.
But so that's part of the routine, just consistently lifting, eating a lot of protein, carbs, everything, high calories, creatine.
Yeah.
And then like skill work. I like to do that 6 times, 7 times a week.
So tell me what skill work means. What's that?
Hitting, catching, and field. I'm a catcher, but like taking ground balls and taking fly balls, it just keeps you athletic.
Yeah.
Because like if you see pitchers, a lot of times in high school, pitchers will be pitcher, hitter.
Yeah.
And they're more athletic in their movements and everything like that. And then once they go to like being a PO, a pitcher only, they kind of become more stiff, typically more stiff, not as like fluid in their movements, just because you're not.
They just need to do that one thing.
They're doing one
throw
thing.
That ball hard or whatever.
So they get a little more stiff, not quite as fluid in their movements. Not all the time. A lot of the time they don't. But so it helps me as a catcher. If I was just working on catching, I would get bad knees and all that. But it helps to get out there and
shake it out a little.
Shake it out, get ground balls, mess around, like have fun. It's not always about being serious. It's about, just enjoying the game.
And is a challenge to the skilled sessions just having access to someone to hit you ground balls or?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I feel like that would be, you can go to the batting cages and kind of do that by yourself, but.
Having somebody to hit you ground balls, because you can do a lot of skill work by yourself, but a lot of it is great to have somebody throw to you, feed the machine, hit ground balls. Like whenever you're doing catching work, throw to you, anything like that, you need to have another person. But my dad has helped me since forever. I'd call him or text him, or
then he'll pop over there and
come do all that. Help me.
That's fun, dude.
I got teammates that'll do that any day.
Yeah.
Coaches.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And okay, so you're doing the skilled stuff. You said 6 a week, 4 of weights. What else? Anything else?
I mean, whenever I'm like in season, I normally get some PT, which is like cupping, dry needling, deep tissue, soft tissue, all that work.
Yeah.
A lot of mobility.
How often a week?
I mean, mid-season, twice a week.
So do you do it based on, is it a regular thing, or you're like, okay, I'm feeling kind of messed up, let me get in there this week?
Normally, like if I'm like, man, my calf or my hamstring or my quad, I'll go in there and 2 times a week, 3 times a week.
Yeah.
But if I'm feeling okay, like I'll just go get some soft tissue.
Yeah.
And do a lot of stretching.
Yeah.
Because especially as a catcher, like you see a lot of catchers, they're super mobile. Like most catchers can do like splits and
like hip mobility stuff.
Hip mobility, like a lot of lower back stuff. Calves are super
internal, external rotation's
exactly.
Good, all that.
Because you got to be able to move, especially in the big leagues. Those guys have to move like
crazy fast.
Reaction speed, like everything has to be super quick.
Yeah. What made you want to play catcher out of all the positions?
My dad told me when I was younger, he's like, you are built to be a catcher. He's like, you got like the frame for a catcher. Yeah. My brother's, he's a pitcher at Rice. He just signed with Rice.
Oh, cool.
But he's 6'4", 235, like big dude. And he's like, Ty, you're not built to be a catcher.
Yeah.
Like you could be an outfielder or you could be a pitcher. And he's touched 100 miles an hour. Like he's got a hose for an arm. Like, so he's a pitcher, and my dad was like, it works perfect because he's a pitcher.
You're a catcher. Y'all can do this together.
Big time.
That's fun. So I guess he's been one of your training partners all these years too, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, when I was younger, he was more developed. He's almost 3 years older than me.
Yeah.
So he would be throwing 90, and I'm like 12 years old. He's like, come catch a bullpen. I was like, are you serious? But I would do it, and my dad, I mean, I might be almost in tears because I'd take one off the hand or something.
Ouch.
But it helped me toughen up, and my brother would be like, catch the ball. He would get on me. My dad would get on me.
That's
so it helped
funny.
me develop. to now where I can, you know, in high school, I would be able to run the staff, like the pitching staff, and help guys out.
Oh, that's cool. So what is the catcher to pitcher relationship? Is it like a caddy to a golfer? I mean, how much coaching or advice or tips or suggestions do you make, and how does that work?
I mean, well, a lot of it depends on the pitcher.
Okay.
Like, you have to know your pitchers.
Okay.
Because, like, some guys, if you try to correct them or help them out on the mound, like if you walked out there and jumped on somebody that was a little more like sensitive up to like aggressive, like correction, you could say.
Yeah.
They'll break down and then it'll make them worse.
Okay.
And then
so
some
you
guys,
got to read the room.
Exactly. You got to know the guy.
Okay.
So you got to make that connection with them. Some guys you could jump on and be like, dude, you're terrible right now. Make an adjustment. And they'd be like, that fires me up. Let's roll.
Yeah.
And some guys, you say that to them, they'd break down and tear up.
Okay.
So, I mean, another thing I learned from Martin Maldonado, like he was like, with Lance McCullers, I can walk out there. I'm sure you know Lance McCullers, really good pitcher for the Astros.
Yeah.
He would walk out there and he would be like, dude, this is embarrassing. Like, you're embarrassing your family. Like, let's go. Make an adjustment. And he'd be like, you're right. Let's roll.
That's funny.
And then if he did that to like a guy named Ryan Presley, another amazing pitcher, like he'd have to go out there and be like, hey man, like you got it. Like I got your back. We all here. And that's what would fire him up.
Oh, that's cool.
But if you flip-flopped him and you try to react, it'd be like, what in the world?
That's funny.
So you just got to know, read the room, read the pitcher.
Nice. And then tell me about, and again, I played baseball till 7th grade, so I know nothing about advanced baseball. So, the catcher down there making the signals, suggesting the pitches, like, are you the one that says fastball, curveball, slider, etc.?
In high school, I got to call most of the games, which was a lot of fun because you get to learn a lot.
Yeah.
And our pitching coach, from when I was in freshman, sophomore year, was Andy Pettit.
Yeah.
Potential Hall of Famer, Yankees legend, unbelievable left-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
So I got to learn a ton from him.
Yeah.
He would stay up till 2 a.m., like, thinking about how we're going to pitch this next team that we're playing, regardless of how good the team was. Like, he's like, this is what they did last year, the year before that. He knew exactly.
So you had like the major league prep experience.
Exactly. Like one of the best major league.
Yeah.
Unbelievable pitcher. So he would teach me a ton. And so junior and senior year, I got to call most of the pitches in high school.
So did you nerd out on all the lineups and who did what and what their stats were? And
I would look at everybody. Like, I would know their 1 through 9 in the lineup and be like, okay, these guys struggle with the changeup away. Or this guy can't hit the fastball up. Or this guy swings and misses the curveball in the dirt every time.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to know those things before you go into the game. But in college, the coaches call it. For 95% of the time, the coaches are going to call the pitches.
And do they know that stuff? I would assume.
They literally have guys that are charting every pitch that's thrown.
So it's kind of like Moneyball, where they're like, throw, do what the stats say. The
exactly.
Stats say, give this guy the heat. Give him the high heat.
Give him the high heat. He'll swing right under it.
Okay. All right. That's cool. And so what else about the catcher-pitcher relationship have you learned, or like how much of that bond is formed in the weight room or in the locker room or outside the classroom? A
lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Because on the field, you need to connect with people.
Yeah.
Like no matter what position it is. Me with the right fielder is important, just like it would be with the shortstop, somebody like that. You need to be connected with the whole team. And the catcher is like the quarterback of the field.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what the comparison is to, like, football. Because you need to be able to, like, hey, you're out of position. Like, fix it up.
To the shortstop?
Anybody. Yeah. Like, kind of hard to do that to the outfielder because they're so far away.
Hear you. Yeah.
Can't hear you. But, like, you need to be able to understand, like, the field. You're the general of the field, which I've always been, like, I'm a big control guy. Like, I like to be in control, which is great for a catcher. Because you don't see a lot of good catchers that are, like, not audible, like, quiet. Like, back there, like, you see a lot of guys that are, like, encouraging everybody, fired up all the time, high energy guys. So
the catcher is one of the biggest leaders on the team in general. And I can see that, because you would think the pitcher would be the quarterback, but you're constantly rotating pitchers. The catcher is the guy that's out there the majority of the time.
Big time. Like, you got to be you have to be the leader of the field as a catcher.
And is leadership something that comes naturally to you, or do you have to work at it, or kind of how does that work for you?
Well, on the field, I feel like it comes naturally. In other categories, definitely something to work on.
What do you mean, other categories? Like what?
Just everything. I mean, sometimes, like when I'm working in the weight room, sometimes I can be more of like quiet, reserved. Sometimes I got to be more I got to learn to be more audible and talk louder. And
You don't strike me as quiet and reserved, man. I don't think I've seen that side of you. You're usually a chatterbox.
a lot of times I talk a lot, but in the weight room, like in college, at least so far, it's a little more reserved.
Oh, just because you're kind of reading the room?
Reading the room.
Yeah.
But I mean, and other things, I'm trying to learn to be a leader. Like as a Christian man, like I want to be like a leader in that. That's hard to do.
What does that look like?
I mean, that's a hard question to answer for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still trying to learn because you want to lead people to Christ, and that's hard to do because you got to live your life exactly how He wants you to live it.
Yeah.
Which is something that I'm trying to learn because no matter what, you always have places to learn. My grandparents are probably the most Christ-like people that I've ever met, and they're still learning how to.
That's fair. Sure.
Lead that way.
Yeah, it's a journey, right?
It's a journey.
Nice. And then so, what does that look? Are there any, if you look at say the Christian doctrine or stuff that Jesus talked about or did, or are there a couple of those that jump out at you that you try to emulate?
Yeah, I mean, so my dad, I'll read this off my phone. It's my background. It says, "For a day in your courts is better than 1,000 elsewhere. I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in the tents of wickedness. For the Lord God is a sun and shield. The Lord bestows favor and honor. No good thing does He withhold from those who walk uprightly. O Lord of hosts, blessed is the one who trusts in you." So like that's a verse that my dad told me about. Like we always try to fit in or not be like the guy that stands out, but if we want to be living an eternal life with Christ one day, which I've been saved, I've given my faith to Jesus, but it's not an easy road because your flesh wants to take over. You want to act like you're the captain of your own life, and that's something that I have to do and like confess every day, like this is yours, today is yours, Lord, I'm yours, use me how you want me to be used. So that's just a great verse for me. That's Psalms 84:10. Like dwelling in the house of God for one day, like that's if you really like read into that verse, dwelling in the house of God for one day, being a doorkeeper for the house of God for one day is better than 1,000 elsewhere. Like if you really think about that and dive into that, like that's really powerful to me, because like I don't want to fit in. I don't want to be I want to be a standout. Like I don't want to be just a guy that goes and like I don't like struggle with drinking or anything like that. But
yeah,
if you're just a guy, if I didn't have faith, I probably would. I'd probably try to do a bunch of things and fit in and be the cool guy out there. But I want to be a standout. I want to live my life and people to say, "Oh, surely he's one of them. He's definitely something's different about that guy."
Yeah.
So I want to be that guy that people are drawn to because of my faith, not because of, "Oh, he's funny. He goes and does these things." And
yeah,
which is hard. I mean, for me, it's been a struggle, and not just trying. I mean, I don't have the temptations to go drink and do that, but like being a good leader in a relationship and friendship, because it's easy to get comfortable with somebody and kind of like let those things slide down and be like, yeah, we're comfortable together, and like I want to be 24/7, 365. Man, that guy's different.
That's cool. Yeah, you're gonna have to be to go to bed at 8:30 while you're in college, man.
No doubt, no doubt. People are gonna be like, something's definitely wrong with that guy.
Definitely different about this guy.
No doubt.
Well, that's cool. So, all right. So, inside of that, do you have like a go-to, like when building that camaraderie with the team? Is there, like one or two, I don't know, pillars or your mantra or like, work smarter or not? I mean, do you have some things that you sort of focus on with the guys?
I mean, just kind of building connection off the field is
so just getting related to them.
Just getting related. Like I had my roommates were 3 pitchers this summer.
Yeah.
So like and during the season we're going to be in completely different routines.
Okay.
Like they're going to be at the field at a certain time. I'm going to be at the field at a certain time.
Yeah.
It's like we went and did a ton of fishing, driving around, trying to find things to do just together, getting comfortable with them. So like you want to be, like you're a position player, but you're also the quarterback. You need to be connected with your pitchers.
Yeah.
Because you have to build that relationship where like he knows I've got his back, and he's got my back and I've got his back.
Yeah.
Because if I just went and met a random dude, he'd be like, "I don't know you. I don't feel comfortable."
So just getting related is first and foremost the thing you got to do with pitcher relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then as far as encouraging other teammates in the locker room to, whether it's push it in the weight room or whatever, how do you approach that role?
I mean, I'm still trying to learn.
Yeah.
That's a pretty hard thing for me to. I'm still trying to learn a lot about that, because in high school it's different when you're like the senior, the junior, the older guy, and guys are looking up to you, then you kind of get more connected and you're in class with them every day. So it's going to be completely new.
How did you do it in high school as a senior?
And I mean, I had already caught and I knew everybody, and I just try to be a good leader. Like,
what does that look like?
Honestly, just showing up, like going to hang out with the guys, going to eat, and like initiating stuff like, hey, let's go eat after the practice.
Okay.
Let's go. Hey, let's meet up and hit. We had practice yesterday. It's a Saturday. Whoever wants to go hit, let's go hit.
I like it.
Building a connection off the field while using on the field stuff.
I like it. So get related to everybody, and literally providing the leader by being the one to say, hey, let's go grab a bite. Hey, let's go hit. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. That's pretty solid too, because that keeps guys out of, bad habits or drinking or, staying out late and that sort of stuff too. So that's pretty solid.
Big time. And I had a teammate this year that he got in trouble in the classroom a couple times, and I told him, I said, hey dude, if you do that again, me and you are gonna have a serious problem. I was like, I'm not joking. And he was laughing. He was like, I was like, dude, I will punch you square in your face if you keep getting us in trouble.
Because I need you on the team, man.
We need you. There's no more jacking around.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He didn't get in trouble another time.
So is that why you started training jiu-jitsu, in case you had to smack some of these baseball guys around a little? Or
Yeah. Actually, first time I ever, any sort of jiu-jitsu ever came up outside of the gym.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how old I was. But there was a kid that was a year older than us. We were playing a summer ball game. And he's at TCU right now. He's a really good player. And he was looking back at the sign. We might have been 12 and 13. And he was kind of looking back at the signs. And my dad was like, hey, dude, next time that happens. And I was a foot shorter than this guy.
Oh, looking at you as the catcher.
He was hitting like this, and he would kind of glance back there to see the sign, so he knew it was coming.
Ooh, and that's frowned upon.
Highly frowned upon. If you did that in the big leagues, you're getting the next pitch is from, Scooble, and he's going to hit you right in the head.
But is it a rule?
No, that's just a unwritten rule.
So it's an unwritten rule. So you can look at the sign, but if you do that, they're going to bean you.
Pretty much. If you did that in the big league or something kind of near that, you're in trouble. And those guys throw a lot harder than high school pitchers.
Yeah.
But the guy was kind of looking back at signs, and he's a great guy. I talked to him, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
But he was younger, and my dad was like, next time he does that, the inning was over. He's like, next time he does that, jump up and get in his face and tell him, hey, don't ever do that again, or we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
So I did that, and I grabbed his bat. I grabbed his bat out of his hands. Like, hey, dude, don't ever. And I'm looking up like this to him, don't ever do that again. And his dad was like, whoop his butt, and then another dad on their team was like, hey, dude, that kid does jujitsu. Gotta be careful.
There you go.
So that was the first time that came up outside of the gym. So
That's
then I was
funny.
like, I kind of need to know how to do that if I'm gonna have people.
If you're gonna be jumping in the middle of stuff,
if I'm gonna be jumping in the middle of stuff, I need to know what I'm doing.
At least know how to duck.
Yeah, get out of the way or something.
That's funny, man. So how about your jiu-jitsu training, since we're talking about that? Did you approach that similar to baseball as far as prep and training and your thought process around it, or how was that for you?
Yeah, so I did a lot of fall, because I didn't play fall baseball, so I trained all fall, a lot of during the winter time, and whenever summer ball was over. And when I was younger, I started when I was probably 6, doing we started with karate, and my dad wanted us to just do something physical, other than football.
Sure.
So we started doing that, and then I went to Gracie Barra for a little bit, and trained a little there. And then I met Hai, who's obviously a coach here. We did private lessons for a long time, and he taught me a ton. And I came here for the first time, and I was like, this is a new place. And I was with the adults I think I was 14.
Yeah, you're right in that, not a kid, a teenager, not an adult. Yeah, that teenage gray area is pretty fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was new. And I was fighting guys that were, way bigger than me, and
40 years old.
Yeah. And it helped me a lot, physically, mentally. And I lost one time. I remember before the fall started, and after the fall was over, which I think, it might have been 3 months worth of training.
Okay.
I lost 12 pounds and I went down like 4% body fat just from doing jiu-jitsu
No
and
kidding.
weights. It was unbelievable. And mentally I was like, I can beat anyone. Like it kind of just set me up for like.
Gave you a different level of confidence.
Exactly.
Interesting. On the baseball field?
Baseball field, just walking around in life. Not that I was
thought about that before.
Yeah.
I mean, I've thought about for sure. Martial arts forever is, respect, discipline, confidence. Those are all the buzzwords around it. So for sure it builds confidence, but I always looked at it like confidence in life. And actually, I think one of the best confidence building tools of jiu-jitsu specifically is you get your ass kicked so much that you realize like, oh, this isn't that bad. Yeah. Like I've been in a bad spot. I'm still living, I'm breathing, I'm fine. Like you just stop fearing the unknown as much because you've been through the worst of it, on the mat. So you're like for me, my coach, Eric, dude, that guy can put the hurt on me. The smash when he's on top, it's the worst. And I fought this guy named Hodger Gracie, who was like the top dude in the world at the time. This was like 2009, 2010. I'm at the World Championships with the GOAT of jiu-jitsu, the Tom Brady of jiu-jitsu, right? And he got on my side, and I was like, Eric is way stronger. Smashes me way harder than this guy does. I didn't win the match, but the competence wasn't there, but the confidence was there, Yeah. And I think that's such a big part. I never considered that getting good at jiu-jitsu would help you in another sport be confident too.
Oh, big time. I mean, because it's not necessarily like, oh, if we're gonna get in fights and I'm gonna win these fights. It was just like I don't know. It's like an error about like maybe just winning and losing in here. Because whenever I roll, when we would roll and do gi work and all that, you would kind of let me get like a grip or whatever, and I would be like, oh, like I got it, and then then I would start going, then it would get a little more intense, and I'd be like, oh gosh, never mind.
Yeah.
And you would just destroy me. But then I'd go against guys that are more my size, more my like level of experience. I was like, okay, I can hold my own. So it's just kind of and then taking that into baseball or football or whatever I was doing, it's just kind of a good feeling to be like, I feel confident. Like if we want to go, like we can go.
Yeah. There's the practicality. Like I'm going to win a scrap. Confidence. And then there's also just in jiu-jitsu, you tap out and you go again, you tap out and you go again, you tap out and you go again. And I would think that's like baseball. You strike out, who cares? You go again, you throw one in the dirt, whatever, learning to get over whatever just happened and get right back in it is a big part of all sports, I would say.
Yeah. There's a lot of failure in jiu-jitsu, but baseball is the biggest sport for failure.
Yeah. Right.
Like if you fail like 70% of the time in the MLB, you're probably going to be a Hall of Famer. Like if you consistently fail 70% of the time, then you're going to be a really good baseball player.
Yeah.
And in the major league, if you fail 60% of the time in college, you're unbelievable. But pretty much you're failing more than half the time. Wow, this guy's really good. So it's the same in jiu-jitsu. When you're going against better guys, you're going to tap out. You're going to turn purple because you're getting choked out and you don't want to tap out, but you're going to have to tap out and just keep going, keep learning. Same with baseball. It all relates. And I think that just helped my confidence in baseball as well.
Golly. I mean, you really have to learn to lose well in baseball. I always thought growing up, baseball players were a little bit grumpy. Do you think am I onto something, or am I now know that's not true, because I know plenty of great baseball players that are fun and friendly to be around, but I always thought maybe they're a little grumpy because they strike out so much and they they're sitting out there in the outfield, the ball never comes their way. It's just kind of like a lot of down wah time in baseball,
Yeah, I mean, like, you got to learn how to fail well, like you said. Like, you meet a lot of guys that don't make it far, and those are the guys that are striking out and going to cry in the dugout and all butthurt after something bad happens and all that. But you have to be able to fail. Like, you strike out, you're like, I got more chances. I learned that pitch. I shouldn't have swung at that pitch. It was a good changeup, and I swung at it in the dirt. Don't swing at that again. Like, I've seen what this guy's got. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on guys that lose it and go cry in the dugout? On one hand, you can kind of go, well, I mean, they care a lot. And then on the other hand, you're like, dude, that guy needs to control his emotions. I mean, what are your thoughts?
I mean, when I was younger, I was more of the, like that gummit, like
slamming your bat,
slam helmet,
throwing the helmet in the dugout.
And I'm not going to say I didn't do that in high school either, but for the most part, I try to control myself, and it affects the team. Like more than you think. It's just like, oh, I care. Bang, my bat just got slammed. It's about like, especially if you're a leader and the dugout sees you do that, they're like, dang, like it just brings the whole energy down.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Because people are like, don't want to be around you because they think you're pissed or what? Like,
yeah, it takes the energy out of the dugout. Like even if you're tied, it's a good game, and you come back and slam your helmet, nobody looks at you and is like, man, that guy's a competitor. Like you look at him and you're like, that guy's an idiot. I know I've done it before.
That's
many
true.
times.
Everybody I've seen do the helmet slam, I've never once thought, good for him.
No, you're always like, pick up your helmet, put it back
quit
in the
being a
dugout.
baby, dude.
Yeah, especially as a catcher or a key position player, like you got to get over it.
Yeah.
Like as a catcher, if you let that go into the next inning, like you've set yourself up for failure because like you're gonna go out there, you might have a bad at bat, you might strike out on 3 pitches, 1, 2, 3, and walk back to the dugout. You can slam your helmet, get pissed off, and get like all like butthurt about it, or you can say, "It's all right, I got another chance, and I can go work and do great right now on defense, help my pitcher out, get back in the dugout, and let's go hit again."
And is that automatic for you in those situations, or do you have to give yourself a little pep talk, or what kind of helps when you're pissed snap you back into the zone?
Still something I'm trying to learn.
Working on it.
Still working on it. But I mean, whenever I fail or mess up or do something stupid on the baseball field, which happens pretty often, just as a competitor, and
2/3 of the time.
2/3 of the time, and then
Right.
pretty good player. But like you're gonna mess up a bunch, and like just going back in the dugout, be like, hey, dude, like you do have to. Positive self-talk is really important.
I think so too.
Because if you're like, man, I'm terrible. Like I'm never gonna this is brutal.
Yeah. Damn it, Frost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
You can't do that. You can't down talk yourself. You gotta be like, dude, no big deal. Like, sorry. And whenever guys are like, what do you think? What do you think? How do you feel? Like, sorry, I got another AB next inning. Like, we're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to be positive.
You got to be positive. I hate fake it till you make it is kind of a thing, but just I've never known anybody that outperforms their natural ability that has negative self-talk.
Oh yeah.
Right? I've seen plenty of like mediocre to quasi good athletes do really well that are like high on life, positive self-talk, but I've never, even like the crazy talented guys that are kind of ho-hum about stuff, it catches up with them eventually, no matter how talented they are. They're, those words. Yeah, have you seen the Rice Experiment?
I don't think
you know about the Rice Experiment. You should YouTube it. It's pretty funny. There's a book on it too. I'm gonna mess up all the details, but basically they took 2 bowls of rice, if I remember right. One of them they said, "I love you, you're beautiful, thank you," and the other bowl of rice in a separate room, they're like, "You're ugly, I hate you," something like negative stuff. And then at the end of a month or however long it is, the "I love you" rice was still like white and looked like you could eat it, and the "I hate you" rice was like black and moldy.
Wow.
Right? So there's like science, and then they did the same thing with a glass of water. They would say like, "Thank you, I love you" to the water, and then image it, and it's like these beautiful crystals that are like prisms, and it looks really cool. And then the "I hate you" water was like this jagged, like hellish looking water, right? So it's like, yeah, those words really do land somewhere and manifest themselves ontologically in people and all that stuff. And so even though you might not be feeling, even though the words might not line up with the emotions at time, I think it really is super important to start down that train of positive talk until you believe it,
Big time.
Yeah. Even to the point, I think cockiness in sports is like a little bit good. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to kick the cocky guy's ass a little bit.
Yeah.
But having a little bit of like, geez, I am ripped. I can't believe I did all those push. Whatever. Just getting fired up about whatever you just accomplished, I think is super healthy for athletes.
Yeah, guys, that you gotta take pride in your work. Not be prideful.
Yeah.
But take pride in your work.
What's the difference?
Being prideful is the guy that you're talking about, the cocky guy that everybody's like, oh my gosh, I can't deal with this guy anymore. Just like talk about himself all the time, never talk about others. When other people are brought up, you're like, oh, he deadlifted this much. And then you're like, oh, I deadlifted more than that. I did 45 pounds more than that.
Yeah, the one-upper, always one-upping you.
That's the guy that you're like, that's prideful.
Okay.
Taking pride in your work is like, I'm going to do this this is how I take it. I'm going to do the best of my ability. And I'm not going to stop until I can't can't do it anymore. Like I'm going to do it. Like I'm going to do this right. Like people say like great players or good players do it until they. I'm gonna mess this quote up, but it's like good players do it until they can't. They do it right, or something like good players do it until they can't. They do it right. Great players do it until they can't get it wrong.
I never heard that one. That's cool.
So that's I forgot. I couldn't tell you who said that quote, but that's something that's like kind of stuck with me. Like, good player. Do I want to be a good player until I can do it right? Like, if I'm hitting and I'm like, oh, there we go, I feel it good. Or do I want to be the guy that's hitting and like, I don't think I could hit this pitch like wrong. Like, I feel so good. I feel so confident. Like, you don't want to be the guy that's talking about yourself, even if you are the guy that is the best on the team. Those guys typically don't walk in there, at least if they're respected. They don't walk in there and say like, dude, you see that home run I hit last night? Like, that was hit so far.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen a ball hit that far in my life. They move on.
Yeah. There's a fine line from a little too much hype versus confidence.
Big time.
Yeah. Okay, solid. So as a catcher, like, well, let me ask you this, just in general, a fielder versus a bat. If you're like the best fielder versus the best batter, which one holds more weight and more value?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, if you're putting up really good numbers at the plate, like that's
hitting
more. Yeah, that's probably more valuable. Depending on the position, though.
So, okay, if you're just sort of like a lousy or mediocre fielder, but you're like the best hitter, do they just find a position for you out there? And they're
like if you. So the quote is, if you can hit, you can stick. Like, you're gonna stay there.
Okay.
So like if you're like, there's a guy for A&M. He's a third baseman. Like, he's a good third baseman.
Yeah.
He's not some like. That guy's phenomenal. Like, that's the best defensive player I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He's a good, like, serviceable third baseman, but he destroys the baseball.
Yeah.
Like, as a freshman, he had like 300 with 20-something home runs. Like,
wow.
Elite hitter. And he's not going to go out from third base because he absolutely demolishes the baseball. So, like, if you can hit, you can stick. But a good fielder's, especially as a catcher's like the only position that you could argue against that. Like,
okay.
Like I said, Maldonado's been playing for 13, 14 years. I think he's hit. His career average is probably below 200.
Okay.
And he catches every game. The pitchers love him. So as a catcher, defensive catchers are the most important. But if you have a guy like Cal Riley who he's hitting like 260-something, 270-something with 43 home runs, and I think somewhere 42, 43 home runs, like that guy just signed, I think, a $105 million contract. So if you can do both, then that's where you're going to make a name for yourself. But a defensive catcher is the most important probably position on the field. But if you can rake, like if you can hit the ball consistently, then that's the most valuable part on the field for sure.
Nice. So what are you focused on this season, technically wise, like as a catcher and as a hitter?
Well, I mean, hopefully I can do both. Like, hopefully I can be an elite defender and elite hitter. But what I've been told, obviously I haven't experienced college baseball yet, but the game speeds up. Like, even my dad was like, my freshman year was the hardest year I've ever had transitioning from high school to college. Like, that was the hardest. He went and played minor league ball. He didn't make it to the big leagues, but he played minor league ball for a few seasons. He was like, that transition wasn't too bad. Like, it was different, but it was like wood bat and all that. But going from high school baseball to college baseball was the hardest jump for him. That's why you don't see a ton of freshmen at power, like the Power Four, I guess now, schools. Like, those guys typically don't start a lot as a freshman. There's a handful. One guy that I really like watching is Derek Curiel.
Okay.
I'll get back to your question, but Derek Curiel is like a really good. He was at LSU, amazing freshman. I don't know if he won freshman of the year or not, but phenomenal player. And that was one of the very few guys that started as a freshman. But to get back to your question.
So wait, sorry, dumb question.
Yeah.
In college, there's not like a JV and a varsity team.
No.
There's just one team.
No, that's it. You got LSU on Friday night.
And if you're, how many guys are on the squad total, roughly?
I think it's a 35-man roster.
35-man roster, and then how many guys travel?
I don't know.
Okay.
20. It might be 35 travel. There's a travel roster, and then you have a roster, and then a travel roster.
So on game day, how many guys are on the roster?
If you're at home, it's the whole roster.
The whole roster.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like, how many guys will actually play in a game? Half of those guys?
You got 9 positions.
Right.
And the pitcher's one of those. So you got 8 position players. Typically, those guys will play the whole game.
And then you'll rotate a couple of pitchers in depending on how the game's going?
So you have a starter, and then you got like a mid relief guy, and then you got a closer.
So do all the guys get some playing time throughout the season, or like if you're the backup third baseman and the third baseman's rocking it all year, you just don't even get out there?
Yeah, I mean, like if you got like a third baseman, that's your third baseman. Like he's gonna play. If you got a 52 game season, he's gonna play 50 games.
Yeah.
And catcher's the position that you can switch like out a little bit more. Like if you have a starting catcher, like your guy, like that's your catcher. He's gonna catch every weekend game, and then the midweek, your secondary catcher will catch.
Why? Just to give the other guy a breather?
Give the other guy a breather. He might DH. He might just take the day off. Because catching is just high demand. You're behind the plate for 9 innings, and you're getting after it all game long.
And will your stud pitchers pitch every weekend?
Yeah, so you'll have like your Friday guy. So you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday games, and you'll have your Friday starter, your Saturday starter, and your Sunday starter.
So you guys are traveling Thursdays to make it to the Friday games, or you travel Friday morning, depending on where the game is?
Yeah, so sometimes you have weekend series at home, and then sometimes you'll have weekend series in Oklahoma, Mississippi, wherever.
And so for you guys, everybody on the team is traveling, or so you think so far?
I think like at least for A&M, when my brother played freshman, sophomore year, there's a travel roster.
Okay.
So like 7 or 8 guys would hang back.
Yeah.
And then the other would go. So you take your best 12, 15 pitchers and your position players, and you'd go. And then you'd go play and all that. And your guys, that stay back, those guys are just training, working out, lifting, which is kind of stinks. Like if you're a part of the team and then you don't get to travel, like that's pretty tough to swallow.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, yeah, that's part of the fun is all that. But also you might need a breather. I mean, you can be up 4:30 in the morning, Monday through Thursday, and then playing baseball Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
And then trying to catch a nap on the travel back, I would assume, for class and your 4 or your 5:30 a.m. workout session on Mondays.
Yeah, I think we have to. I think for the NCAA, it requires 1 day off a week.
Okay.
Which a lot of times is just like optional stuff that day.
Is it the travel day, or is it
I think some people use it as a travel day.
Or the Monday after the long weekend, give guys a rest? I don't know. Maybe you want to get them back in there.
I think Monday normally is the off day.
Okay.
I think that's what most schools use. Because if you have a weekend series, you got 3 games.
Yeah.
Then you're going to be like traveling 3 games, travel back.
Yeah.
Your guys are going to be like just completely wiped.
How often do guys get bunged up and can only play in the first game, or
I mean some guys stay healthy all season.
Yeah.
Some guys get just wrecked after
Injury
the first
prone.
season, first series.
Yeah.
Injury prone guys are just part out of the game.
Okay, so back to your hitting. So what are you focused on for hitting this year? Any change anything about your swing or your stance, or think you're most valuable as a lefty? Kind of what's our strategy for this year for hitting?
Well, I mean, slowing the game down is like super important because like last season in high school, we're facing guys that are, some guys are throwing 80 miles an hour, which for high school it's just not like that's not elite. Like you're not gonna go play college at that. So you're facing that on, Tuesday, and then Thursday you're facing a guy that's 88, 91, like going to a JUCO or a small school. So it's like you're gonna have games where you're like, this guy's throwing a beach ball into the zone. Like it feels like I could hit this any day of the week. And then you're going to face a guy that's like, this guy's got some stuff on the ball. He's like, we faced a kid this year going to Texas, up to 95, like really good pitcher. And then like literally the next game, we face a guy that I think touched like 75.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to get consistent at facing the guys that are going to Texas because you're going to face a lot more 88, 91 pretty much every day.
Mm-hmm.
And some days you're going to face 93, 95.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to face a lot every single day. You don't get a break. You don't get to say, oh, we got so-and-so tomorrow. Thank goodness we get to just see some beach balls coming in here like nice and easy.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, it's just a fast-paced game. Like you're going to face a lot of good arms,
a
lot of good off-speed. So just like slowing the game down. For me, I just kind of started my timing a little bit earlier.
Earlier,
and that like kind of just getting loaded earlier, making it easier on myself to not get rushed.
Yeah.
Because that's when my tendency is kind of rush myself into the swing.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch pro guys or college guys right now, it's just everybody starts early because that pitch is coming in like lightning fast.
Yeah.
And you have, I don't know the exact timing mechanism, but if the ball is coming in at 90 plus miles an hour, you have like 0.000 seconds to 0.001 seconds to react or something like that.
Yeah.
So you just have to slow the game down because if you you already have a hard time. Your body already has a hard time hand-eye coordination, like to react that fast. That's why you fail 70% of the time because pitches are moving, it's coming in fast. But just trying to slow the game down with like my load and everything. That's how I'm going to prepare best for this season.
So you've been at the plate where people are throwing like high 90s.
Yes, sir.
What's that like?
I mean, I think the fastest pitch I've ever seen in the box was like 98, 97.
Okay.
And that's like, I mean, it's kind of hard to describe. It's just like electric fast.
Yeah.
Like it sounds different coming out of the hand. And you just, I mean,
it sounds different coming out of the hand.
Yeah. Like when he throws a pitch, like it's like almost got like a little whistle to it, like it's coming in there.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know how fast.
Breaking the sound barrier.
It feels like it's breaking the sound barrier. Like, right in his past you. It's like, wow, that was.
And at any point, do you think if this ball hits me, I'm dead?
No. I mean, I've been hit. The worst, I actually been hit a couple times by like 93, 94 as a catcher.
Okay.
I got hit in the cup one time.
Yeah.
By my brother. He bounced a ball. I was catching a bullpen. He bounced.
He did it on purpose, dude.
He definitely did. He was definitely mad at me.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
He bounced like 94 and it hit me in the cup, and I think I was down, face down in the turf for like 30 minutes. I was like, I'm retiring from baseball after that.
That'll make you want to quit. Okay, so when you're at the plate, you're not really worried about getting, because pitchers mostly have pretty good control.
Pretty good control. And when I was younger, I was like scared. Like I would step out, like I'd be nervous. But now, like if you get hit, sure, it's going to leave a bruise. It's going to sting for a hot second, but it's a free bag. Like you get to go down to first base and you get to run and like.
Taking one for the team.
And it hurts. It does. I'm not going to say it
hurts.
It definitely stings.
I asked one of our MLB buddies the other day how many people he hit intentionally versus on accident, and it was basically like 80 or 90% were intentional.
Oh,
like rarely does it get away from them and it's an accident. You know. Okay, Wes. So AI. So you're growing up in the information age, right?
Yeah.
Which is wild. How much does Chat GPT or even just your iPhone and recording your swing, or how much does technology play a role in your training?
I mean, a big role, especially like when I was younger, there was like very minimal stuff to do with like a technology training in baseball.
Okay.
But now it's everywhere you go. It's metrics on your fastball, metrics on your swing, like deep diving with graphs and everything on how you hit the ball and throw the ball. And it's all like tracked now. Like back in the day when my dad and my uncle played, like you would talk to them and they'd be like, yeah, I hit that ball good. No, I didn't hit that ball good. That's pretty much
that was it.
That's about as deep as it got when they were talking about hitting. But now, I mean, I can take a little tripod from Amazon for $30 and set it up and video myself
with your iPhone.
With my iPhone, it has slow motion. It's really clear, everything.
Right.
So I can do that just on my phone that I have in my pocket all the time. I
mean, and then you analyze it, or
I'll analyze it. I'll send it to a coach, or what do you think about this? I feel this, or here and there.
God, that's so great.
And that's like the most simple form of technology.
Right.
And they have $30,000 machines that dive way deeper into all that than just a simple iPhone.
Sort of like those golf simulators, those TrackMan deals. Like,
yeah, that's exactly what we use.
Same thing for baseball?
TrackMan
for baseball, too. Wow.
So I think their biggest thing is golf, but their TrackMan in baseball is really like pretty much every Division I college program has a TrackMan.
And so it tells you how fast you're swinging it, like your bat speed or the ball
speed. Bat speed, exit velo, the pitch coming in, everything.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
That's cool. I think, just the ability to watch. Like I took my 11-year-old daughter out to the track the other day. She wanted to get faster. And so I just recorded her running a sprint, and then I'm like, okay, do that. Watch the recording, and then I had her skip and do like some knee stuff, and then I'm like, now run again with your knees higher, and she does it. I'm like, see the difference? She's like, just like the light bulb goes off. You know what I mean? Just being able to watch and yeah, that's pretty solid. So how often do you record your practices and stuff?
I mean, if I'm feeling really good, like if I feel my swing feels really good, I'll take videos of it just so I can like have a visual image to watch again of like,
yeah, that's good.
When my swing was feeling phenomenal, this is what it looked like. And then if I'm like, good grief, I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, like this is brutal. I'll take a video and be like, okay, then I'll compare it. So I wouldn't say like super often. I mean, once every week, once every couple weeks.
Yeah.
But I feel like people also get in trouble by overanalyzing.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Like trying to make everything the exact same. Like, this has to be this way. When I talked to Lance about it, he's like, if you like, do what feels good. He's like, think about your hands, put your hands inside the ball and put it on the barrel. Like, do that. And you don't mean, he takes videos, of course, and he takes videos of great hitters and says, this is how you should swing the bat. This is where you need to be. So there's comparison and good feedback from video and all that, but people get too in depth, in my opinion, of like over analyzing their swing or pitching and all that by using TrackMan and video 24/7 on everything they do.
Dude, I keep talking about golf. I'm become obsessed, but I took a video of myself playing golf the other day and uploaded to ChatGPT and was like, hey, tell me what I'm doing wrong. And it gave me this badass breakdown. And then it even gave me like drills to do and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, I got like my own private golf coach that's
for free on your phone.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang, that's nuts. So how about just in general as a student with AI and writing papers? Because now everybody's like, write my best man speech for me using blank, blank, and blank. Hey, that's pretty good. Let me change it a little. How's that going in the classroom?
Well, I mean, obviously you're not technically allowed to do that, but it is helpful when you're trying to research for like a paper.
Yeah.
And you're looking up on Google or Safari and like, I can't find this information. You can type it into ChatGPT and it tells you an entire breakdown.
Incredible. Yeah.
An entire breakdown. You can't even find it on like Safari. You're trying to,
right.
You can say, tell me about, like I just was in a history class. You can say, tell me about, James Madison and what he accomplished in his time. And it'll give you like a 500 word perfect answer. And you'll be like, you can take information and be like, okay, this came from this source and type that into your paper.
Yeah.
You can ask it a million questions and it helps you with.
What's funny is I heard one the other day that students are using, AI to, they're not supposed to be using AI to write better papers, and teachers are using AI to see if they're using AI.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like either way, everybody's using the AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people will just chat GPT everything and not do any work and all that. But if you do your work and you use it to help you do your work, like you don't have to say, write my paper, but copy paste, put it in cement, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But if you dive into like asking it questions and all that, like it'll help you with the information, not necessarily cheating, just finding information to put in your paper.
I feel like even if you did the cheater version and said, write this paper for me, and then you read that paper and then you wrote it in your words afterwards, that's still learning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just way faster than the way everybody used to have to do it.
Yeah, you're having to get in a textbook and look through all the pages.
Which is terrible, especially for people that don't learn well by reading stuff. I am not a reader. I listen to books, I watch podcasts, I like all that stuff. But I might read one hard copy every 5 years, just because I can't get it on audio or something. But yeah, man, I think that world, you're living in a wild time, man. I'd suspect maybe, but I don't know. I'm interested to see how that AI, that student-teacher relationship changes, because I feel like you're going to end up with a better learning experience by using the AI versus like telling people not to use it,
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely certain limits you should put. Like, if you get caught cheating, like just, hey, write my paper and just copy and pasting that.
Yeah.
That's different. But I think completely banning it and not like it helps. Like it helps you learn.
Yeah.
Like even if a teacher's like a confusing concept, I'm like, I don't understand that. And you say, explain how to solve this equation or explain this part of, it'll tell you like 5 different ways and you can be like, oh, that makes so much more sense than what Professor so-and-so was saying.
Dude, maybe I should get it to watch me do some jujitsu too.
It probably would help.
Yeah.
Like you missed your, double leg takedown here or whatever.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, okay, so back to jiu-jitsu. So tell me more about the jiu-jitsu baseball relationship and, why jiu-jitsu and how it's helped you in sports and other stuff.
I mean, I think jiu-jitsu is such a key thing everybody needs to know how to defend themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would join for, bad intent. Like, I'm going to go fight people now. But I joined for like being able to defend myself, being able to stand up for myself, but also the body control that it brings.
Mm-hmm.
I know we talked about that before, like being able to control your body and like awkward movements, getting out from under, you're in a guard and you got to get out of your guard, or you're on mount and then you have to figure out how to get to a position where you can submit them. Like being able to control your body while maintaining somebody else's, like not letting them get out from under you, or like that's helped me a lot, being able to be flexible. Like you don't see many, at least for me, from my experience, you don't see a lot of stiff people in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, they don't last too long.
They don't last too long. You have to be mobile, through your whole body. So that's helped me doing all like the front rolls and back rolls and all that stuff. Being in awkward positions and learning how to get out of them, that's helped me a lot. Because in baseball, a lot of it is like explosive movements from interesting positions. Especially as a catcher, you're down in a squat and you got to get up and throw and move and block and shift and everything. Like you're moving super quick down there. So like being able to do all that has helped translate from jiu-jitsu into baseball and baseball into jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, that's interesting. The body control. Yeah, because like we always talk about it in jiu-jitsu, one of the hardest parts is just getting through the warm-ups where there's all these, jiu-jitsu sport-specific exercises that you're doing that most people have never done before that are awkward. And once you learn how to do those and you can learn to control your own body, then you can start to learn to control somebody else's body too. And I can see the value, even just the feedback loop of if someone's giving you feedback on, say, your baseball swing, like, hey, you need to, whatever, turn your hips over more or something like that, you're probably able to do that, make that correction because you're a little more in tune with how your body works than somebody that maybe hasn't trained at that level before too.
100%.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so you can scrap at the plate and control your body. Those are kind of the two big things you've gotten out of jiu-jitsu that have helped your baseball.
Big time.
What about, because you did some striking too, right?
That's some Muay Thai stuff.
So what do you think about, I always think about hitting the mitts, the hand-eye coordination that comes along with hitting the mitts, and even throwing kicks is a very similar motion to swinging a baseball bat. What do you think? Anything there that's benefited you in that direction?
I think kicking, like you were saying, like being able to like get into your hips, because like if you just kick using your legs, like I mean that's not gonna hurt, that's not gonna do anything. But being able to rotate in your hips to like put power into kicking a bag, or like I mean I've never had a Muay Thai competition, but like kicking as hard as you can, like that definitely has helped me rotating like explosively like that, like super quick, fast twitch movements. Because baseball, that's all baseball is.
That's
pitching,
right. It's
hitting,
the same motion.
Anything. So you're being explosive and learning how to do that. Same with punching. Like you got to like use your body to punch. Like you can't just sit there and just throw your arm at somebody. That's not going to do anything. You got to use your body quick, just like you would throwing or like catching or hitting or anything.
Yeah, I like the mitts. Those baseball drills, I see the guys in the gym with like the lacrosse balls or those balls that bounce. You're doing, I don't know, squats or something and trying to catch that, to work on all that hand-eye stuff. I feel like, if you're hitting a 5 or 6 or 10 punch combo, 1, 2, 3, duck 2, 3, you're learning to do that and throwing the hands. I feel like anything you're doing with your hands and your eyes, even jiu-jitsu, like grabbing the gi and doing this and doing that, like I've taken a lot, I've taken a lot of like good jiu-jitsu guys that have never done any kind of hunting, and I've taken them like to the archery range, and like they're immediately just like amazing archers, like because they've got this strength in this like arm's reach distance. They're really good at controlling their body and being able to focus kind of in that range, right? So I'd suspect even jiu-jitsu is helping, because I mean the baseball, you're hitting, you're throwing, everything is just right here, right in front of you. So I could see that being a value too.
Speaking of archery, that's a fun topic to talk about.
That's one of your go-to hunting methods?
I love
You prefer that over the gun?
I prefer to shoot bow over gun.
And what's your like bow? Are you mostly deer or hog, or what's your go-to?
Whitetail. So my uncle has a place down in South Texas that we go hunt, and a place in Brenham that we go hunt. And we got tons of hogs and tons of whitetail. And in South Texas, there's turkey, javelina. It's such a different experience hunting with the bow, just because typically your bow shots are within 20, 25 yards. So you're sitting there and you can like see everything. You can see the hair on the deer, and you can smell, like it's a full experience. When you're in a rifle blind, which I mean, I've killed animals with rifles before and hunted, but it's just a different experience when you're right there and like getting to experience the feel. And it gives me more respect for the animal and respect for the environment when you're so close and you can see how they move and act with each other. when you're right up on them.
This is fun. I like this topic. So I got a couple theories I want to bounce off you. So one, I don't know about you, but like I've had 5 or 6 doe come in and I'm like, I'm hunting for a buck, right? So I don't want to shoot these doe, but it's harder to draw when there's more animals out there in front of you, right? So like say I've got my hat on and I just sort of like keep my head down low. I don't want to spook these deer. And like I don't pay any attention to them, and they're like you said, 25, 30 yards away. They're eating, they're having fun. Like they don't know I'm in the tree stand. And then so then I'll be sitting there for a while and be like, man, it's getting kind of late. Maybe I will shoot one of these doe. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, maybe let's do this. And the second I decide I start looking at them like I'm gonna shoot one. When I'm like feels me as the predator looking at it. Right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
100%.
Isn't that weird?
It's I don't know why. I mean, because I'll be sitting in a stand, I won't be moving. It's just like super like slow heart rate, just like relaxed.
Yeah.
Not doing anything, and they'll just be like, "What in the world is that?" And then they'll freak out and take off.
They feel you look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even if sometimes from afar, like if something's 100 or 200 yards away and you're looking at it with binoculars, they just like boom. It's like I don't know, some sort of ESP thing that goes on between predator and prey, I think.
I don't know what it is, but it's amazing. God gave them definitely a sense of their surroundings better than we have.
Yeah, right. I mean, I wonder if we're kind of high up on the food chain, but maybe if there was T-Rex rolling around, we might be
freaking out.
Maybe that's why we're all a little twitchy,
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, cool. So you like the archery over I think I do too. I think it's more fun and challenging and it sounds a little morbid, but I think you make a good bow shot. It ends faster than a rifle shot a lot of times too.
Oh,
you know? I mean, the hole is,
aggressive.
It's a big hole.
Yeah.
I had to get after some raccoons. I think I was telling you a little bit about this the other day. They came and they killed one of my chickens in my backyard, man.
That made you upset.
Damn raccoons. Yeah, man. Like we had a thing, like the chickens were back. Raccoons come, possums come, I like the little critters, until they chewed through the zip ties on my chicken coop and got in there and killed one of my chickens, cold-blooded murder. And so I had to zap one with the bow in the backyard and, just left it out there a little bit to let the other ones know what's coming.
Don't come back.
Don't come back. Don't come back. Yeah. But anyway, enough about all that. All right. So you're getting ready to start the season so in college, do you play year round or just?
So it's fall.
So it's, okay.
We'll play 2 games in the fall.
Okay.
And that might be against, I don't know, U of H and Rice.
Yeah.
Or somebody like that.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. But we'll play 2 games in the fall, a bunch of inter squads, so you're playing your teammates and all that.
Yeah.
And then I think the first game will be February. And then you play, last year we had a 55 game season. So you'll play from, February to however many months that is.
Okay.
So it's a long season, 55 games, traveling a lot. So you normally play a weekend series, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then, or sometimes Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then you have a midweek game, which will be on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and that's typically, so you play the weekend conference. Those are normally conference games.
Yeah.
So that might be against DBU, one of those conference. And then your midweek game, that's when you play A&M, Texas, Oklahoma, Mississippi State, LSU. We played LSU last year on a midweek game. So that'll be exciting because I've been watching college baseball forever and saying, oh, there's LSU, and actually getting to play them and playing at cool. LSU. That'll be a cool experience.
That's cool. Have you been to Omaha, College World Series, all that before?
Actually, I played on that field the week after for a team called Team Texas.
Oh, cool.
But I played the week but I've never been to a college like World Series game.
Yeah.
It'd be sweet, though.
I'm sure you've been to a lot of MLB games throughout your life?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a favorite stadium or?
I've only been to just a few stadiums. Yeah. But the Ranger Stadium's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really, really cool place.
Did you obviously hear Astros?
Minute Maid's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's Daikin.
What is it now?
Daikin.
What is Daikin?
Isn't that like an air conditioning company?
Is that what it is?
I don't know either.
I don't know. All right. Okay. So if people want to follow you, are you on Instagram or Facebook or any
I actually deleted all my social media.
You're off of all the socials.
But I have Instagram.
Yeah.
But I mean, I deleted it. Like I have an Instagram account, but I'm not on Instagram anymore.
So you're not on there wasting time like the rest of us scrolling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was just wasting time. So I was like, you know what?
I like it, dude. I like it. You got it figured out, man. I'm excited to see what you do this first semester and this first year. I think you're gonna crush it.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. It's gonna be a lot of work, a lot of early mornings, a lot of running, a lot of lifting weights, but we're gonna figure it out.
You can have fun, man.
Oh yeah.
It's like being able to dedicate time to training is awesome. You know, you get older, you have family and all that kind of stuff, and more challenges pop it up. But like, I remember being young and even just having a roommate. One of my guys, like the biggest jump I made in jiu-jitsu was when my roommate did jiu-jitsu. Because every day after practice, we'd be like, well, who'd you roll with? Well, did he catch you with that? Yeah, he caught me with that too. How do we get out of that? I don't know. Let's try it. Be down on the floor, wrestling every night, you know, like after practice, trying to figure stuff out. Both of us went through the roof for those couple years we lived together. So even just like living with the baseball guys, and I mean, you're gonna have a blast, man.
Hopefully learn a lot. Because I'm rooming with one of the pitchers. So I get to hear that entire siding of the game.
Yeah.
Like all the pitching. Like I might be not very super plugged in because I got the position player work. I'll get to hear everything he can break down. So hopefully I'll learn a lot with that.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Well, anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
I know you're a big fisherman.
Yeah.
I want to hear about tuna fishing.
The tuna fishing's the bomb, dude. You spend a couple days out on the boat. You go between 100 and 200 miles offshore and catch these giant yellowfin on like these things called halcos, which is basically like a topwater kind of thing. And you cast it out there on a spinning rod, hooking into 80-pound yellowfin on a spinning rod that comes flying out of the water. It's the ultimate. It's cool. You know, a lot of it is weather related. It gets canceled because the weather's quasi unpredictable offshore. But yeah, that's been my go-to. I like doing other kinds of fishing too, but those tuna trips are the best, man. You catch 2 or 3 60, 80-pound yellowfin, you can feed the whole neighborhood, so everybody loves me when I go fishing. It's not like Frost is missing work. They're like, Frost is going to bring us some yellowfin. I'm
that stuff
excited.
Is good.
Yeah. You guys had some. It's pretty solid.
It's really good.
Yeah. So that's been my go-to thing. And, I love it. You go to Galveston, which is, people are like, what? There's tuna in Galveston? Yeah. You go far enough, they're out there. And, it's like a day and a half trip for me, which is perfect. Like I said, with a family and little kids, I can sneak away for a day and a half, 2 days kind of deal when I'm gone for 2 or 3 days. Like there is better fishing like in Venice, Louisiana and other places. But this is, I'm only gone for a day and a half, so I don't burn too much marriage capital, while I'm out there. So, and she likes to eat the tuna as well. So,
that's a good feeling when you can come back with a big bag of tuna.
Yeah, man. I'm the guy that, I wasn't gone. Now I have whiffed a couple times and then I'm in trouble. If I'm gone for a day and a half and don't bring home the bacon, then you got to stop at HEB or something and fake it.
Fake the tuna.
Yeah,
That's good right there.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, Wes, dude, thanks for coming in. I'm excited to hear about how you do this year. Hopefully you'll come back and give us your autograph here in a couple of years when you're in the MLB. You won't be big leaguing us.
No, never.
You'll remember where you came from.
That's right.
All right.
Of course. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. This was fun.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Bye, everybody.
See ya.